ఇంటర్మీడియట్ విద్యారంగంలో అగ్రగామి మన ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్. ఐఐటి, జేఈఈ అయినా, నీట్ అయినా తిరుగులేని విద్యా సంస్థ ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్.
Yes, continuation to the last class. Erythroblastosis pitolysis or hemolytic disorder of newborn, or this is simply represented as HDNB. So erythroblastosis pitolysis is one disease, or this is also called as the hemolytic disorder of newborn. So whenever this kind of the disease is very commonly appear in the case of the developing fetus, whenever this disease is very common means whenever the father is Rh positive and mother is Rh negative, then from the second fetus onwards to last, or from the second fetus onwards, in each and every fetal body RBC destruction is taken place due to the reaction between the Rh antigens and Rh antibody. So definitely whenever the father is with Rh positive, whenever the father condition is with Rh positive, mother condition is with Rh negative, in this particular marriage, from the second fetus onwards, due to the Rh incompatibility in fetus. What is the meaning of the Rh incompatibility? Rh incompatibility means reaction must be occurs in the fetus between the Rh antigens and Rh antibody. Due to the reaction between the Rh antigen and Rh antibody in the fetal body, fetus RBC cells are gets destructed, by that way that leads to the abortion. So that is said to be as the Rh incompatibility. Whenever the marriage is occurs between the Rh positive father and Rh negative mother, in this marriage, due to the Rh incompatibility in fetus, due to the Rh incompatibility in fetus, definitely from second pregnancy onwards, all successive pregnancies must be affected by this kind of the disease. First pregnancy is not affected. What is the reason? We will see later. First pregnancy is not affected by this kind of the marriage. From second pregnancy onwards, all successive pregnancies must be affected by this kind of the marriage. So definitely reaction must be occurs between the Rh antigen as well as the Rh antibody in the fetal body. So that is said to be as the Rh incompatibility. This erythroblastosis pitolysis is said to be as the allosomal disorder. This is the allosomal disorder because always mother must be Rh negative, father must be Rh positive to occur this kind of the disease in the fetus. In the reversal case, this disease is not occurs. If mother is with Rh positive, father is with Rh negative, this disease is not occurs in the case of the fetus. To occur this disease in the fetus from second pregnancy onwards to last, to occur this disease from the second successive pregnancies onwards, father condition must be Rh positive, mother condition must be Rh negative. So that only it is said to be as the allosomal disorder. Means in this kind of the disease, father must be positive, mother must be negative. Then only it is possible to appear this kind of the disease from the second pregnancy onwards. So that only it is said to be as the allosomal disorder. Again, what is the mechanism of development of this disease in the case of the successive pregnancies? Why the first pregnancy is not affected in this kind of the marriage means, for example, if the father is with capital D allele, so capital D allele is responsible to form the Rh positive blood in the fetus. To not synthesize the Rh antigen on the surface of the RBC of mother, definitely D must be in recessive. So that only if Rh positive father genotype is capital D, Rh negative mother genotype is small d, then during the formation of the gametes, capital D form the one sperm cell, this capital D form the another sperm cell. Similarly, this small d form the one ovum, this small d form the another ovum. So definitely during the formation of the sperm cells from father, this capital D form the one sperm cell, this capital D form the another sperm cell. During the formation of the ovum from the mother, this small d form the one ovum, this small d form the another ovum. So during the first pregnancy, if this capital D sperm cell is fused with this small d ovum, then into the zygote what is the genotype which is inherited? Capital D small d. Genotype is inherited into the zygote. So through this sperm cell capital D is inherited, through the ovum small d is inherited into the zygote. With this, definitely what is the blood which will be developed in the fetus means, due to the presence of the dominant D allele, definitely Rh positive blood gets developed in the fetus. Definitely from this kind of the zygote, whatever the fetus which will be later developed, whatever the young one which gets developed from this kind of the zygote, in that young one Rh positive blood will be gets developed here. Because of due to the presence of the dominant D allele, definitely on the surface membrane of the RBC of this fetus, Rh antigen must be gets synthesized. So that only that zygote must be with the Rh positive blood. Definitely this Rh positive zygote, this Rh positive fetus have to be furtherly developed in uterus of mother to complete its development to reach to the young one. Means Rh positive zygote, Rh positive embryo have to be furtherly developed in womb of the mother or uterus of the mother. Then what is the condition of the mother? Rh negative. Means this Rh positive zygote, Rh positive embryo later have to be gets developed in uterus of mother. In uterus of mother, whose blood group is Rh negative. This is the uterus. She is with the Rh negative. This mother condition is RH negative. She is with RH negative. Definitely this mother condition is RH negative. Mother condition is with RH negative. In RH negative mother's womb, this RH positive fetus have to be gets developed. But during the first pregnancy, due to never mixing of fetus blood with mother blood, mother immune system is not able to recognize the developing fetus blood is as RH positive. So definitely during the first pregnancy, never blood of the fetus is mixed with the blood of the mother during the development. So that only mother immune system is not able to recognize the developing fetus blood is as RH positive. So whenever the mother immune system recognizes the developing fetus blood is as RH positive means during the delivery only. During the delivery, due to the rupturing of placenta, certain fetal RBC cells are reaches to the mother's blood. Then only immune system of the mother recognizes this fetal RBC cells are with the RH antigen, fetus blood is with the RH positive. Means only during the delivery, whenever the placenta is ruptured, then only fetal RBC cells may be reaches to the mother's blood. Then only mother immune system recognize that RH positive RBC cells, that RH positive blood of the fetus. Then immediately mother immune system gets motivated. Immediately mother immune system gets sensitized. What is the meaning of the sensitize? What is the meaning of the sensitize means severely motivated. Mother immune system gets severely motivated on recognition of the RH positive RBC cells of the fetus. Then immediately that may be involved in the production of anti-D antibodies or IgG antibodies or RH antibodies. Definitely during the delivery, whenever the placenta is ruptured, whenever the fetal RBC cells are reaches to the mother's bloodstream, whenever the immune system of the mother recognize them, immediately mother immune system is severely gets motivated, severely gets sensitized. Then immediately mother immune system produces anti-D antibodies against to the RH antigen or IgG antibody or the RH antibody. Definitely anti-D antibody is also called as the IgG antibody. IgG antibody is also called as the RH antibody. So definitely mother immune system on recognition of the RH positive RBC cells of the fetus immediately gets motivated, immediately gets sensitized and produce the anti-D antibodies or the IgG antibodies or the RH antibodies into the mother's bloodstream. But fortunately, at the time of production of this antibody, first fetus gets delivered to the out. At the time of the production of the anti-D antibody from immune system of the mother, this first fetus already gets delivered to the out. So that only first fetus is never affected due to this kind of the marriage. First fetus never gets affected due to this kind of the marriage, because at the time of production of RH antibody, this first fetus already gets delivered to the out. Due to that reason, first fetus is not affected. But whenever the mother gets a second pregnancy, definitely during the second pregnancy from the father, capital D allele gets inherited into the zygote, small d allele is inherited into the zygote from the mother. Again during the second pregnancy also, from the father definitely capital D allele is inherited, from the mother small d allele is inherited into the zygote. Due to that heterozygous condition, during the second pregnancy also in the zygote, Rh positive blood gets formed, because single dominant D allele is present here, that is enough to synthesize the Rh antigen on the surface membrane of the RBC. So definitely second pregnancy zygote also with Rh positive, this Rh positive second zygote also have to be gets developed inside of the Rh negative mother's womb. This kind of the zygote also furtherly have to be developed inside of the womb of the mother who is with Rh negative blood. So that definitely second pregnant zygote also have to be gets developed in the womb of the Rh negative mother. So whenever this Rh positive second zygote, whenever this Rh positive second embryo is attaches to the uterine wall, undergoes the further development to reach the young one, definitely during that memory cells which are produced during the production of the antibody, definitely not only antibodies alone produces during the first pregnancy delivery, along with them memory cells, also gets produces along with the antibody. So this memory cells immediately recognizes the second pregnant embryo blood is as Rh positive. Definitely during the first pregnancy delivery, whatever the memory cells, whatever the antibodies which are gets produced, they may be stored in the blood, they may be gets lived, or they may be reserved in the blood of the person. So definitely whenever the second pregnant Rh positive embryo is attaches to the Rh negative mother's uterine wall, immediately memory cells recognize that developing fetus, that second developing fetus blood is as the Rh positive. So immediately that passes the message to the antibodies or the IgG antibodies of mother. Then immediately IgG antibodies crosses placenta of this fetus, and through that kind of the placenta finally they may be reaches to the fetal body. Inside of the fetal body they reacted with the Rh antigens which are present on the surface of the RBC. By that way RBC destruction is going on, by that way fetus is aborted. Means definitely second pregnancy fetus is severely affected. Means in this case first pregnancy fetus is only safe. From second pregnancy onwards all successive pregnancies must be gets affected. Means whenever the second Rh positive pregnancy fetus is attaches to the uterine wall with placenta, immediately memory cells recognizes that developing fetus blood is as Rh positive. Immediately that pass the message to the antibody. Immediately antibodies crosses the placenta and finally reaches to the fetus, and inside of the fetus they reacted with the Rh antigens of RBC. By that way, fetus RBCs are gets destructed. By that way, this fetus is gets aborted. If in the case, this fetus, though it is tolerated, this destruction of the RBC, though it can be delivered to the out, this fetus must be suffered with severe hemolytic condition, severe jaundice condition. Even though fetus is tolerated this destruction of the RBC by the reaction between the Rh antigen and Rh antibody, though it can be tolerated, though it can be continue its development, though it can be delivered, definitely after immediate delivery, in newborn baby, severe hemolytic condition as well as the jaundice condition is very clearly appear. What is the hemolysis? Means RBC cells are severely destructed. Destruction of the RBC cells is said to be as the hemolytic condition. Jaundice condition is also very clearly appear in this kind of the fetus. So to compensate the destructed RBC cells inside of the fetus as the self-defense mechanism in the fetal body, not only bone marrow but also RBC and the spleen involved in the production of the RBC. In generally, from the 6th month onwards to the death of the person, bone marrow is involved in the production of the RBC. But in this particular condition, during the severe hemolytic condition, during the severe destruction of the RBC cells as the self-defense mechanism, not only bone marrow but also spleen but also liver is involved in the production of the RBC. During that immaturated state of erythroblast cells or gets releases into the mother's into the fetal blood. During the production of the RBC cell, during the production of the RBC cells rapidly from bone marrow, spleen, liver, to compensate destructed RBC cells inside of the fetal body, this immaturated state of the erythroblast cells also gets releases into the fetal blood. So due to the appearance of erythroblast cells in fetal blood, this disease is said to be as the erythroblastosis pitolysis. Definitely to compensate destructed RBC cells, not only bone marrow but also spleen and liver is involved in the production of the RBC rapidly. During that immaturated state of the erythroblast cells are gets releases into the fetal blood. Due to that reason, this disease is said to be as the erythroblastosis pitolysis. Again, in this case, hemolytic condition is very common. Due to the reaction between the Rh positive, due to the reaction between the Rh antigen and Rh antibody, fetal RBC cells are gets destructed. Due to that reason, this disease is said to be as the hemolytic disorder that is appears in the newborn baby. So that only that is said to be as the hemolytic disorder of newborn or HDNB. So definitely in this kind of the disease, first pregnancy is safe. From second pregnancy onwards to all successive pregnancies must be affected due to the reaction between the Rh antigen and Rh antibody in fetus. You should remember here, where the Rh incompatibilities appears, where the reactions are appears, means RH incompatibility is between the RH negative mother and RH positive fetus. Definitely reactions are between the RH negative mother and RH positive fetus. Father, in between the father and mother reactions may not be taken place. Definitely RH incompatibility is appears between the RH negative mother and RH positive fetus. In that way, definitely against to the RH positive blood of the fetus, mother immune system, RH negative mother produces the antibody. By that way, from second pregnancy onwards, all successive pregnancies must be affected by this kind of the marriage. Next to, what is the prophylaxis? How we can protect second pregnancy and third pregnancy also? What is the prophylactic means? What is the preventive measures to avoid this kind of the reaction in second pregnancy as well as in third pregnancy also? Then so, what is the prophylaxis? Prophylaxis means, if we can identify as mother is with the RH negative, fetus is with the RH positive, definitely we have to inject this IgG anti-D antibody. IgG anti-D antibody is the secondary antibody that is reacted with anti-D antibody, that is reacted with RH antibody. This is the secondary antibody. Definitely, if we can recognize the mother is with RH negative blood, fetus is with RH positive, definitely at the gestation of 28th to 36th week, during the embryonic development, during the 28th to 36th week of the pregnancy, definitely we have to inject IgG anti-D antibody into the mother's bloodstream to protect the second pregnancy also. For example, during the first pregnancy, if already in the blood of the mother anti-D antibody production is taken place, this IgG anti-D antibody, if it is injected into the mother's blood during the 28th to 36th week of pregnancy, that must be killed, that must be destruct anti-D antibodies which are present in the mother's blood on or before they may be reaches to the placenta. By that way, second pregnancy is also gets protected. So to protect the second pregnancy, definitely during the second pregnancy, we have to inject IgG anti-D antibody into the mother's blood, into the RH negative mother's blood during the 28th to 36th week of the pregnancy. Otherwise, if it is not possible, if we want to protect second pregnancy after immediate first delivery, we have to inject anti-D antibody into the mother's bloodstream after immediate first delivery, because during the first delivery, due to the rupturing of the placenta, RH positive fetal RBC cells are released into the mother's bloodstream. On or before they are recognized by the immune system of the mother, if we can destruct them, if we can destruct that fetal RBC cells by injecting anti-D antibody, then mother immune system may not be recognized them. By that way, anti-D antibody production is not taken place in the mother's blood later. By that way, second pregnancy is also gets so protected. Means after immediate delivery of the first pregnancy, if we can inject anti-D antibody into the mother's bloodstream, this antibodies immediately reacted with the Rh antigen of fetal RBC cells, which are released into the mother's blood during the first delivery, on or before they are recognized by the mother immune system. Definitely, if mother immune system recognizes fetal RBC cell, definitely that gets sensitized, that get involved in the production of antibody. On or before mother immune system recognize fetal RBC cells, if we can destruct them by giving antibody into the mother's blood, immediate to delivery, after immediate first delivery, then mother immune system is not gets motivated, mother immune system is not able to get produce the antibody. By that way, second pregnancy is also gets protected. So what are the prophylaxis to prevent the effect of the second pregnancy also means? One is that we should inject IgG antibody during the pregnancy between the 28th to 36th week. If mother is recognized as the Rh negative, fetus is recognized as the Rh positive to protect the second pregnancy. If it is not possible, after immediate first delivery, definitely antibodies have to be injected into the mother's bloodstream to destruct Rh positive RBC cells of the fetus to avoid the sensitization of the immune system of mother. This is the erythroblastosis pitylosis or the hemolytic disorder of newborn. Next continuation topic is the excretory system. Next continuation topic is the excretory system. Excretory system. What is the excretion? Next continuation topic is the excretory system. So what is the meaning of excretion? So elimination of nitrogenous waste material and other waste material from the body to the out is said to be as the excretion. So elimination of the nitrogenous waste material from the body and other waste material from the body to the out is said to be as the excretion. Then what are the nitrogenous waste materials? That may be ammonia, that may be urea, that may be uric acid. So these are the nitrogenous waste materials. In addition to that, excess water, excess salts, again CO2, if it can be eliminated to the out from the body, then it is said to be as the excretion. Elimination of the nitrogenous waste and other waste material from the body to the out is said to be as the excretion. What is the reason to perform this excretion in our body? Why the excretion have to be gets performed means to maintain homeostasis. Definitely excretion must be required. So what is the meaning of the homeostasis? Maintenance of the constant water and salt level inside of the body. Maintenance of the constant water and salt level inside of the body is said to be as the homeostasis. Definitely this homeostasis to maintain this excretion must be performed. Again, when we observe the ammonia, how this kind of the ammonia formation is taken place means due to metabolism. due to metabolism of proteins and nucleic acids, definitely this ammonia gets produced here. So due to the metabolism of the protein and nucleic acids, definitely ammonia production is taken place. For the production of the ammonia, definitely energy is not gets required. Higher amount of the water is required for its elimination. Higher amount of the water is required for its elimination. About 350 to 500 ml of the water is required for the elimination of the single gram of ammonia. Higher amount of the water is required for its elimination. Definitely, due to the metabolism of the proteins and nucleic acids, ammonia formation is taken place. This ammonia is highly toxic. It can rapidly dissolve in water. It can very fastly diffuses into the tissue also. So that only definitely ammonia have to be eliminated in diluted state. Ammonia have to be gets eliminated to the out in highly diluted form. So that only this ammonia elimination requires a higher amount of the body water. Animals which can able to expend much more amount of the body water, they only able to excrete ammonia as excretory material. Definitely it is believed that 1 gram of ammonia elimination may be required for about 150 ml of water, rarely 350 to 500 ml. So 1 gram of ammonia elimination requires about 150 ml of the water. Means definitely it is highly toxic. Its elimination requires much more amount of the body water. So that only aquatic animals are able to expend much more amount of the body water for elimination of the ammonia. So that only most of the aquatic animals can excrete ammonia as excretory material. But for the synthesis of ammonia, for synthesis of ammonia, energy is not required. No energy is required for the synthesis of ammonia, but for its elimination definitely higher amount of the water is required. So definitely ammonia is highly toxic. It can be rapidly dissolves in water, rapidly diffuses into the tissue. So that how to be gets eliminated in highly diluted state. So that only higher amount of the body water must be expended for elimination of ammonia. So that only 1 gram of ammonia elimination requires about 150 ml of the body water. Again, for the synthesis of the ammonia, energy is not gets required. Similarly, second one is urea. Definitely urea synthesis is occurs in liver by a cycle that is said to be as the ornithine cycle. Definitely urea gets synthesized inside of liver by the ornithine cycle. This urea is less toxic when compared to the ammonia. Urea is 1 lakh times less toxic when compared to the ammonia. So that only for its elimination less amount of the body water is required. Means for elimination of 1 gram of urea requires only 50 ml of water. Definitely for elimination of the 1 gram of urea, just 50 ml of the water is required. Means definitely urea is less toxic when compared to the ammonia. Means 1 lakh times less toxic than the ammonia. Urea toxic nature is 1 lakh times less than the ammonia. Third one is the uric acid. Third type of the nitrogenous waste material is the uric acid. It is almost non-toxic. It is almost non-toxic. So that only for its elimination body water is not required. For its elimination body water is not gets required. But for its synthesis, higher amount of the energy is required. For the synthesis of the uric acid, higher amount of the energy is required. But for its elimination, water requirement is not there. Definitely it is completely opposite to the ammonia synthesis. Definitely ammonia, for ammonia elimination, higher amount of the water is required. But for its synthesis, no energy is required. But uric acid is almost non-toxic, so that only for its elimination, water is not gets required, but for its synthesis, higher amount of the energy gets required. Again, certain type of the mammals or in mammals,